What's up YouTube? Fallout Freak here. And today I'm going to be giving you a little background slash lore in Vault 111. Vault 111 is the vault that you start out in, that your character starts out in the video game Fallout 4. So without further ado, I'm going to get into a little bit of background in this. I have it on my laptop right here. It's a website that I'm reading off of. And it's going to give you a little lore. It's kind of long, so I'm going to get right into it because I don't want this video to take too long. I don't want you guys to get bored. So let's get right into it. Located overlooking Sanctuary Hills, Vault-Tec designed Vault 111 to observe the effects of long-term cryogenic suspended animation on unsuspecting test subjects. Vault 111 staff consisted of an overseer and a small team of scientists, security guards, and facility maintenance personnel employed on a short-term basis. Test subjects were lured to Vault 111 from the nearby neighborhoods of Sanctuary Hills and Concord and were placed in stasis pods after being told deceitfully that the purpose of the pods was for decontamination. According to Vault-Tec's standard operating procedures, Vault 111 was to remain sealed for a minimum of 180 days, after which the vault could be opened upon receipt of an all-clear signal from Vault-Tec or at the overseer's discretion. However, after the 180-day mandatory shelter period elapsed, Vault 111 received no signal, and its staff faced dwindling supplies. Despite requests from the security staff, the overseer refused to unseal the vault door, concerned that the radiation outside the vault had not declined enough to be survivable. Shortly after, a faction led by the vault's security and support staff engaged in mutiny against the overseer in an effort to unseal the vault door and leave the vault. In response, the overseer placed the vault on lockdown and demanded all staff to hand over any food, weapons, and medicine. There is no further account of events to be found as the logs end here on both the security terminal and the overseer's terminal. In 2227, the Institute had discovered the location of the vault along with the fact that it contained an infant whose DNA would be completely uncorrupted by post-war radiation. Seeking a source of pure human DNA to form the basis of their Generation 3 synths, they sent their agent Conrad Kellogg and two scientists to retrieve the infant. However, the child was in a cryostasis pod with one of his parents. It could be the mom or the dad, depending on which gender you're playing, by the way. When the parent wouldn't relinquish their hold on their son, Kellogg murdered them while the sole survivor watched helplessly, trapped in their own pod before being placed into stasis once again. After witnessing the murder of their spouse and the kidnapping of their child, the sole survivor awakens in Vault 111 after being held in cryogenic stasis for 210 years. That's a long time. Upon assessing the Vault 111 monitoring terminal, they learned that all the other subjects that had entered the vault except for themselves, their spouse and their child had died of asphyxiation due to life support failure. In the Dangerous Minds quest, the sole survivor discovers that Kellogg had been directed not to reactivate the life support for the other residents and not to release them. 60 years later, due to an error in Vault 111, the sole survivor is released from cryostasis and escapes. However, it is later revealed that the release was, in fact, a personal choice made by Sean, now director of the Institute, as you will find out later in the game as well, and not an error of the vault as initially thought. So that is the background behind Vault 111 and a little bit of lore telling you about how Vault 111 would operate and what they did. As you could tell, they would place all of the people in cryogenic pods and pretty much freeze them until they go into stasis, where, as you found out none of them except for the sole survivor went into stasis or died because of asphyxiation or whatever it said. What did it say? Asphyxiation due to life support failure. There we go. That's what it said. But yeah, that's a little bit of background and a little bit of lore behind Vault 111. Hit me up in the comment section below and let me know what you think. And also, let me know what other lore videos you would like to see and what other videos you would like to see me do on Fallout Freak in general that I have not done. Not counting video game playthrough videos, just because I don't have the technology for that, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but that's one thing you won't see on Fallout Freak. But one thing you will always remember, and that you always have to remember, is that war never changes.